Welcome back. I am theundj, and this is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories. This is your home for truth. We look at what's coming, what's happened, and we make sure that we get as much truth out of it as possible. If they're deceiving us, we try to find that too. You ready? Let's get started.
The world may be running out of people, as in we're not having enough babies, both here at home and globally, to replace ourselves. Something that, by the way, has never happened before in human history, according to a new study by researchers at the University of Pennsylvania and Northwestern. It has not happened during world wars. It has not happened during global pandemics. It has never happened. And while some of you might be thinking that is a good thing for the environment, and yes, that might be true, it is still a bad thing for us in real ways. For one, financially. We have a tax system here in the U.S. where working age people pay for the retirement of folks over the age of 65. We support them by paying into Social Security, and they support those before, as they supported those before them. It's the way it's always worked, because we've always had far more people working than retiring, but significantly less so now, which means in the next 10 years, maybe sooner, things could get real bad, disastrous even. Here is how the Washington Post editorial board has put it. By 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be a senior, raising Social Security and Medicare costs and pushing them onto a proportionally smaller working population. And there is another problem hiding underneath all of this. The CBO projects that around the same time, deaths will begin to outnumber births. So for the first time, the U.S. won't be able to count on a naturally growing population to fuel economic growth. And the consequences hit fast. Social Security is projected to go insolvent in 2032, Medicare in 2033. And the only source of population growth left, the only solution that's easy and out there that could fix it quickly, could be immigration.
Could we be trading one problem for another? Possibly. I really believe this. They're not really having kids anymore like we used to. And as people start to age out of the workforce, who's going to support those people? Sooner or later, it's all going to come tumbling down. So let's hope that the world becomes a place where people want to start bringing children into it again, because that's what I think the problem is. People just do not want to bring children into this world anymore. And if they do, you have to have money to do that. People don't have the kind of money they used to have. So let's get this together before we run out of population to control.
If I had to take a prediction of what happened with Mr. Beast after he hit like 10 to 30 million subs, I'd say him, Chris, and the other guys, they had to do something demonic. Probably take it up the butt.
Mr. Beast was like, okay, we'll do it, but it's going to be him.
No,
He's like, no.
No, they probably both did it. Chris turned gay because of it, and then he just lost the soul in his eyes.
Maybe.
That's another theory, too.
Allegedly.
Or he just said, Chris, you take the butt one, I'll pray to the grave.
And he took it. Next thing you know, the kid's wearing dresses, bro.
You cannot be a billionaire without committing multiple crimes. It is impossible to be a billionaire without being corrupt morally, spiritually, and legally. We need to tax the billionaires out of existence, partly because that will pay for some of the stuff we need. But more importantly, money is power, and these douchebags have too much of it.
So is this true? In order to reach a certain level of fame and or money, riches, wealth, do you have to go dark? Do you have to do something compromising? Humiliation? You let me know. I'm not a billionaire and I am not famous. But they say that you cannot achieve it to a certain level without taking the wrong path. Let me know what you think in the comments.
We know we can't drink ocean water, right, because of the salt. And this is what's fascinating. When I learned about this and how much it's been studied, it's pretty mind-blowing. But when they evaporate the sodium out of this, it's the exact same mineral composition as human plasma and lymphatic system fluid. And they actually used ocean water. This is documented, you could look it up. They actually used ocean water in blood transfusions during World War II when they ran out of blood. And it worked. And they'd done experiments with this in dogs and all kinds of other animals where they transfused ocean water, and it basically worked as a substitute for blood.
I looked this up, and it is not backed by medical science at all. It's saying that you can't do this, that it's never been done. But then you start looking through history, and it keeps coming up as something that has happened multiple times throughout history. Again, no medical backing. So I don't know. History gets tampered with. Is this something they want to hide from us to keep us from doing this practice because you really don't see it anymore? Or is it just a lie? I don't know. But the same way we're still trying to figure out how the pyramids got here, the same way we're still trying to figure out what year it really is, you never know what kind of things they could have swept up under the rug throughout history. But this practice has come up quite a few times.
Well, I bet you've never seen this U.S. map before, where Kentucky is Kentucky, Indiana is Inolano, and Tennessee is Tunisio, and the list goes on. Well, this was in the agenda given to students at a JCPS middle school.
Mom, did you know that we live in Venecki? And I said, what are you talking about?
That question sent Morris flipping through her middle schooler at Farnsley's brand new agenda, unveiling all sorts of bizarre errors.
The periodic table is just jarbled words. We have new planets called Mark.
In this U.S. map, Louisiana is Lukong, Alabama is Alatome, Illinois is Vitoise, and South Carolina is Sorth Quanto.
It's crazy.
And look at these phases of the moon. Some are not legible. What should be waning crescent says waning Crescane. And the periodic table, where the names under the elements are gibberish.
Oh, we have to pay a $10 instructional fee every year in order to get this agenda. So you're making us pay for something that you used AI for.
I don't think you want AI teaching the young ones yet. Not with what I'm looking at. And we already figured out what the states are. We don't need AI for this. So to me, it's just being lazy. Do not put the future of the children's education in the hands of AI yet. It's not ready.
Smart glasses are facing a wave of backlash across the UK. The Guardian reports restaurants and bars across the country are banning the glasses over concerns that customers could use them to secretly record other people. The Guardian also reports courts in England and Wales are also banning the glasses over similar concerns. In a statement to The Guardian, Meta says every pair of glasses has an LED light that blinks when someone takes a photo or video. Meta also says the feature can't be turned off, and if someone covers the light, the camera is disabled.
Selena Gomez and her mother are being sued for fraud. Plaintiffs say they invested nearly $1.2 million in Gomez's startup, Wondermind. It offered daily mental health resources to users, but the lawsuit claims her company failed to notify investors of its financial troubles and did not meet commitments, create an app, or fulfill promises. The lawsuit accuses Gomez of securities fraud and breach of contract. Neither Wondermind nor Gomez have commented on the allegations.
Just a couple of clips about our rich and famous out there. They stay in the news. These Ray-Ban glasses, I'm glad people are starting to ban them. I can't wait until they're just offensive as far as society is concerned. And then wearing them will get you ridiculed, shunned, that kind of thing. I can't wait till it becomes a douchebag mark. To me, it already is. And Zuckerberg, that's what he did. He's getting rich off of it, so it doesn't matter if we shut him down. He already made what he needs to make off of them. And then the second one, you know, celebrities, they do their thing. We rarely hear about it because we're too busy with their elite scandals, but sometimes they're out here hurting normal people, and we have to watch that. They have too much money, too much influence for us to just sweep this under the rug.
I physically held a key that opened every single door in the facility. I had complete access to every compartment they manufactured.
What are you blowing the whistle on?
That there are technologies at the South Pole Station that people can't even consider that exist on this planet. Directed energy weapon systems is something that people need to get in their vocabulary fast. The Ice Cube neutrino detector is not simply a passive listening device as presented for the science that they're claiming it to do. do. It also has the capacity to transmit. There are embedded in the ice what are called digital optical modules, DOMs. They're about the size of a basketball. The array embedded in the ice is 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. It is the world's largest telescope, and now because we have proven that it can transmit, it's the world's largest directed energy weapons system. It is responsible for the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Not hard for me to believe. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen the worst of the worst as far as the weapons and things that we have here in this world. Let's just hope they are responsible with them, enough to not blow us all to pieces. I'm not ready to be done here yet. And to my knowledge, there's nowhere else to go just yet. So let's try to protect the world that we know of. No matter what it is, let's protect it.
A salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams. Because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary. And you don't have to think about anything else. And that, for a lot of people, works. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's very noble. Great employees are extremely valuable to build enterprises. But when you leave that path and you put at risk income that you need to eat with, you're going on a different journey. And that fear of failure is an extremely motivating factor. You know, you ask any entrepreneur about the journey and they're going to tell you the dark moments when they faced the abyss and they didn't know what was going to happen. And I think that gives a tremendous amount of emotional fiber to a person. And you know, I think it manifests itself in a certain amount of confidence over time.
I mean, like you said, it's noble. You work your way up to the point to where your position comes with a salary. You don't have to worry about hours anymore. You just got to perform your responsibilities. But it's still giving your time to somebody else's dream. Having your own dream, doing your own thing. It's a way bigger drug. It's something that you become addicted to. And once you stop working for other people, it's very, very hard to go back to doing it. I wish I would have done it when I was young, but it took me my whole life to wake up and realize my own dreams. And now that I'm following them, I'm way happier. Same person, same experiences, same trauma from the past, but I'm way happier because my present is right. Don't be scared. Jump out there and take those risks.
Don't put your head in the sand. It is what it is. We're going to deploy it. Will it eliminate jobs? Yes. Will it change jobs? Yes. Will it add some jobs? Probably. It is what it is, and you can hope for the world you want, but you're going to get the world you got, and your competitors are going to use it, countries are going to use it. However, I do think it may go too fast for society. And if it goes too fast for society, that's where government and business and the collaborative ways to step in together and come up with a way to retrain people or move it over time. We need to be prepared to have something that works this time.
Well, they straight up told you. They don't care about the flaws. They don't care about the gibberish that it creates. They don't care. They're going to deploy it. This is going to happen. And if it's not ready, oh well, they'll fix it along the way. Second clip was just hope. There's still ways for us to communicate that AI can't detect. So apparently they came up with a ghost font that AI just can't read it. We might need this. It's time to come up with a little secret language of our own to make sure we protect ourselves from Uncle AI.
In the bed next to this undressed man who was very famous.
Hayden Panettiere has died today, just 3 months after exposing a disturbing experience involving Hollywood's hidden rules. Earlier this year, Hayden revealed what happened to her when she was only 18 and her career was becoming more successful. She said she was on a boat when a woman she deeply trusted and saw as a protector took her downstairs into a small room. The woman then physically put Hayden into a bed next to an undressed man. Hayden described him only as a very famous man and never revealed his identity. Hayden immediately realized something was wrong. She refused to stay, ran out of the room, and hid somewhere on the boat. Because they were out at sea, she had no simple way to leave. 3 months after she publicly shared that experience, Hayden has now died at only 36 years old. Her representative confirmed her death, but her cause of death has not been released. Reports also claim Hayden had recently left Los Angeles with her on-and-off boyfriend, Brian Hickerson. Police reportedly responded to an incident involving her shortly before her death, and an investigation remains open. The timing has quickly caused discussion online. Many people are now asking again who the famous man was and why Hayden never revealed his name. What do you think?
If this is a coincidence, I am so sick of this coincidence. Every time somebody comes forward, every time somebody opens up, every time somebody says something about what happened to them or what happens behind those veils, they disappear. Untimely deaths is crazy. So this little coincidence that keeps happening over and over again, I'm sick of it. I'm pretty sure you all are too, because we never get the full story. So as they start talking, they're gone. So we need to do something about this coincidence.
There's a study actually done. New York City, they put up cameras years ago, and they started recording people walking in New York City. Then they took the footage and they played it to convicted felons in prison, and they said to them, who would you pick as prey? They all picked the same people to prey on. All the same people, just by walk. There were 3 types of walk they found out. One walk was, I'm walking, I'm sloppy, I'm not paying attention, I'm just like in my own space. I have really no deliberate purpose in the way I'm moving my body. Target, easy prey. Other easy prey, my walk is small, I'm more timid, I'm kind of like not comfortable, I'm like paying attention. Easy prey. Those 2, bar none, were picked. You know who they didn't pick? The walk wasn't too sloppy big, it wasn't too small, it was right in the middle, and it's deliberate. I'm in control of my body, I'm looking around, I'm present, I own my space. That person I want nothing to do with. Those group of people were not picked to be targets.
I know it's difficult. This world is full of distractions. But do your best to try to stay present in every moment, at least a little bit. Walking around, looking down. Just always keep a little piece of yourself that monitors you and your surroundings, just in case. Because yes, the way you stand, walk, talk, everything could make you a victim very easily.
United Health has reportedly been using an AI model with a 90% error rate to deny care. We may have reported about this before, how oftentimes these days when your doctor sends in a report to request healthcare to your insurance company, one of the very first things the insurance company will do with it before sending it to a human is to run it through an algorithm or an AI model to try to find a way to reject care. Well, they built one with a 90% rate of rejecting care, which, according to the people suing the company, is more like a feature and not a bug for them. Because then they could just say, well, we built the AI, we follow the AI says no care, we don't provide care. And this comes as a lawsuit has been filed in Minnesota on behalf of 2 deceased people that were denied coverage by United Healthcare. And it also more or less lines up with an investigation by Stat News, which found that it was pushing employees to just rely on an algorithm for decisions to cut off Medicare patients' rehab. Ladies and gentlemen, AI-based denials is the future. And I'm not going to get too deep into the weeds on this article because it's almost an opinion piece, but this is really the future. Like, insurance companies, I think, are absolute slime, at least health insurance. Health insurance is terrible. And I think they'll do anything to prevent paying out, to where I feel like health insurance is almost like a scam these days. I just have a strong personal bias, so I'll go ahead and admit it there. But one of the things that I've noticed is I've been getting rejected for treatments within seconds of submitting, or sometimes with some very dubious decision making. And anytime my doctor calls in, my doctor has to argue through a couple layers of support to talk to a person, and the person they...
I really feel like this is what they were doing even before AI. They look for any reason to deny your claim. Now they have AI to blame it on, so they no longer have to deal with it. Everything's automated. It's not us, it's the AI algorithm. And they keep moving. But either way, you're still being denied claims and medical help when you're paying. It's not right.
You have to be a bit disrespectful to show people just how respectful you've been the entire time. The moment I stop being nice is the moment they finally understand how nice I actually was. Because kindness looks invisible when it's constant. You don't notice a calm river until it turns into a flood. So I let it turn. You get quiet when things get hard. Watch how quiet I get too, except mine doesn't come back. People choose what they give you on purpose every time, and I used to pretend not to notice. Not anymore. The second someone treats me like an opinion, I stop being available like a guarantee. And that's when it hits them that all that patience, all that softness, all that effort was a gift that they didn't know they were getting until it was gone.
Well, unfortunately, this is true. That kindness versus weakness thing, every now and then you just have to show people. And then you can tell which ones were taking advantage of it, because they say things like, what's wrong? Like, this is not like you. But to stand up for myself, to not take your crap, that's how you can tell. Every now and then, I'm not going to say be disrespectful, but every now and then be assertive. And if somebody's getting away with those little things that you always let them get away with, every now and then don't let them get away with it. Let them know that you do hear them and see them. They'll monitor themselves around you from then on.
They've been recording you. A U.S. judge just ruled that millions of Alexa users can team up in a class action lawsuit accusing Amazon of secretly recording private conversations and profiting off your voice. The lawsuit says Alexa was never just a smart speaker. It was a surveillance device that illegally and repetitiously intercepted billions of private conversations. Amazon denies it, of course, says Alexa only listens when you want it to. But here's the thing, this case is now going to court. And if the plaintiffs win, Amazon could be forced to delete years of audio recordings from their servers and pay out damages to every single user affected. That means everything you ever said near your Echo, the whispers, the fights, the late night Google searches, may have been stored, analyzed, and monetized without you ever knowing. This isn't just about voice data, it's about consent.
Just so you know, to bring some clarity to the situation, number one, it is happening. It's going on right now. But it's very specific because they've already dismissed the wiretap for anyone who's registered their Alexa. If you agreed to the terms of service, then you cannot be part of this lawsuit. Only people who did not register, did not sign up, or sign up for the terms of agreement, agree to anything, they're allowed to sue. We all know that these companies make it to where if you don't sign up, if you don't register, then your equipment doesn't work the same. You forfeit a lot of features if you don't do it. So most people did sign up, which means Amazon is going to get away with a lot more than they should have. But if you have not signed up or agreed to the terms of service, you might want to look into this, because anyone who didn't, you're entitled to some money because you did not agree to be recorded. They've already established that Alexa's doing it, but they're saying most people said it was okay.
I really feel like that this country keeps you sick on purpose. I just went to Colombia and I ate the KFC, the McDonald's and everything, and it was so fresh. It felt like they just cut the chicken in the back. It was so good that when I came back to America, like I craved it. It was terrible. It tastes like plastic. And then it made me, take a big shit. Like, it's like, oh, I forgot why I haven't ate KFC in a long time. Like, it makes me shit, but it didn't make me shit in Colombia. It got me sick, and it's just like, yo, this country is keeping us sick.
I remember we had an FBI consultant on the picture telling me that they can use your ADT security box microphone to get your stuff that's going on in your house, or OnStar, they can shut your car down. And he told me that 1 in 5 phone calls that you make are recorded and logged. And I laughed at him, and then he played back a phone conversation I'd had 2 years prior to joining the picture, the FBI consultant. And it was like one of those phone calls, was like, what are you wearing type of things.
2 clips that I totally believe. I've traveled outside the country, and every time I've traveled outside the country, I came back lighter. Like, I lost weight, and it wasn't because I wasn't eating. It's because I wasn't eating this food. So there is something to this. If you've never traveled outside the country and eaten food from other countries, even things that we eat here, McDonald's, KFC, it is not the same. It will not digest the same. I eat more on vacation and I lose weight. It's crazy.
I flew a drone over the wealthiest city in Minnesota to trick pricing algorithms into giving me a 19% discount. Companies can now track where you're purchasing an item from. It's a small piece of a thing called surveillance pricing, and I wanted to put this to the test. But apparently, for some companies, rich people get a better price than low-income people. The only way that I thought I could be perceived as being rich is to go to a place that only rich people can go to. Fortunately, a place like that actually exists. It's called North Oaks, Minnesota. It's ranked #1 wealthiest city in Minnesota, and it's an entirely private city. So you either have to live there in one of their $1 million homes or be an invited guest, which I was not. So I attached a phone mount to the bottom of my drone, put my phone on it, then I had my friend KJ video call me.
Okay, take over.
So I could give him remote access to control the phone from where he was sitting. And then I launched the drone from the public street outside of North Oaks and then flew it into unrestricted airspace over the top of North Oaks. So to test prices, KJ and I used DoorDash because they're pretty well known for using surveillance pricing to price gouge people, then loaded up a White Castle Crave case into the cart. And the price for KJ inside of North Oaks was $39.47. That's for 30 White Castle sliders. Then we had KJ test the price outside of North Oaks where we were sitting in the car for the exact same White Castle Crave case from the exact same White Castle. And no, it wasn't delivery, it was pickup. So it was literally the exact same thing, and his price was $47.25. That means just 300 feet away, people in North Oaks are getting like an $8 discount. And I have no idea if like explicitly being in North Oaks is the reason why that phone ended up getting a cheaper price. But like, because the data broker industry is so mysterious, there is really no way to figure out what they know about us, except for one way, which I am becoming a data broker to purchase data on myself so I can figure out what these data brokers know about us. It's a video I'm working on right now. I probably shouldn't say any more about it because I don't want to like get caught doing what I'm doing. So I'm going to stop the video now. Thank you. Bye.
Again, very easy for me to believe. I've seen it myself just traveling, driving. Same product. I'm a creature of habit, so I eat the same things, drink the same things, go to the same places. That's just how I am. And I know how much my stuff costs. Depending on where you are, very different. And we're not talking about different states. We're talking about just a few miles down the road. It's crazy. The way they do this price gouging, monitoring, it's not fair. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in, so we just have to adapt and become vigilant in defending ourselves against it. Well, you know how we do. That's it. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're right here doing our thing. I do have a separate shorts channel. I remove shorts from my channel because I believe I'm wrecking my analytics just because of my research. So I'm testing out things. I'm new. This is a time where you want to pivot, revamp, that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing. Looking for the shorts. It's at CLTS Shorts. Okay? Or you can go to the link in the bio, click, and it'll take you right there. Until the next time, have a great week. Keep your eyes on the swivel. You know how it goes. All right? I am theundj. This is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories, and I'm out.